Let me see who all are there. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Deepa ma'am, you gave a reminder to sir and Deepa ma'am.
Ma'am won't be able to join. I'll send a reminder to sir.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am is there for an online Sahodaya conference.
Okay, fine.
I'll send a reminder to sir.
Nipa, which name do you have for this? Your name? I am not able to see you.
The camera is
Nipa.
on.
No, but her name is also, I cannot see her name anywhere.
Indrani, she is Ruby. Ruby ma'am.
Hi.
Hello, Indrani. Yeah.
Hi. Yes.
Lynette ma'am, I'm sure now you can recognize Ruby ma'am.
Who?
I think Lynette.
No,
Lynette.
I haven't met.
She was not there, I think. Yeah, she was not there when Ruby
No,
left.
no, wasn't there.
Yeah, I was not there.
Yeah. Where is Nipa? Nipa hasn't joined in?
No, she's there.
Yes, ma'am, she's there. She's also by there by her.
I'm there, Ruby ma'am. I'm there.
Where are you, Nipa? I cannot see your name. Are you logging in with another device or the same one? Are you sharing with somebody?
No, I have logged in by my name only, Nipa Roy.
I cannot see.
My video is off actually. Maybe that's why you cannot trace me.
No, I cannot even see your name.
Okay.
Somewhere. Yeah. Even Richa, I cannot see your name.
My video is turned off. Ruby ma'am, I'm there. My video is turned off.
Yes, I can see Richa. Right. Yeah, Soma is there. Yes, I can see Soma with just a still photo here. Thanks.
Yes, yeah, ma'am. Even I didn't switch on the video. I will. Definitely, I will.
Yeah. Richard, I just switched on my video so that I can see all of you pretty faces for a long time.
Uma ma'am, if you could just take the attendance if all the participants are there.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. You all are from the English department, right? Indrani, Lynette, Aarti.
Yes, ma'am.
That's written. Okay, fine. Yeah. One by one. Because actually I have not logged in with my laptop. I'm here with my iPad.
Komal ma'am is in the waiting room. Komal ma'am.
No, but I have disabled that. So everyone can join in.
Yeah, okay. Richa, we need not have our videos over there, no? So that...
Do I need to turn on my video? What do you say? Do I need to turn it on?
I don't think it is required because let children sometimes, if they see everybody, they may just falter here and there. So many faces, all attention. And then whatever, I will also switch off mine. I wanted to see all of you. That is why. Whenever it's time to go, let me know. Okay.
Sure.
Let's try it. Okay. All the participants joined? There's Jatin, there's Shubhankar, then Shati. Let's see.
Suma ma'am, is everyone there?
Komal ma'am is still there in the waiting room.
No, she's there. Komal ma'am is here. Yeah. She's joining.
I think, yeah, all have present now.
All are there.
Along with you students, yeah. All are
Hi,
there along with.
ma'am.
Hi.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, just for a moment, yeah.
Yes, I have messaged sir. Ma'am won't be joining. I have messaged Puneet sir and Nashil sir. So if everybody is there, I think we can start, no?
So should we begin?
All the participants are there.
Yes.
It's already
Yeah.
2:37. I think we can start.
If the participants are there, we can start so that sir and all
Mhm.
can join anytime in between.
I have
right?
messaged both of them.
Pari has joined.
Because
Pari is
then we
joining
may
in.
not, otherwise it will keep getting extended, right?
Yes.
Pari.
Once the children start, after the comparing part is done, then I will switch off my video.
Soma, is Pari there?
Pari said Shagun wrote
Actually,
that
I'm
she
sorry.
joined.
Shagun is here.
Shagun is there,
said
no?
Pari is joining.
Yeah, I cannot see, but is she joining, Aarti ma'am?
There's some
I
network
think.
issue.
Yeah, ma'am. She called me and told ki tell ma'am ki I have some net issues. So
Okay, Pari
So
she's
what
just
about
joining.
house. Pari is in
she's
Vishwas
joining,
house,
right?
so we can begin by the
Joining.
time she joins in.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Soma ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
We can start now. Yeah, I think. Navya Paliwal.
You can put your speaker view on in case you want to see them, ma'am. Richa ma'am, you can also have the speaker view on in case.
Navya, switch on the video, please.
Yeah, it's
Navya
on.
Ma'am,
Paliwal.
Her video is
On?
on, Soma.
Yeah.
It's on. Yeah, it's on. It's
It
on.
is not showing. Yeah, not in this page, I think so. Yeah.
It's on.
Yeah.
Navya, speak something, then you'll come on the speaker view also, so we can see
Yeah,
you.
Navya. Yes.
Ma'am, I shall start.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. Right, ma'am? Can she
Yes.
start, ma'am?
Deepa
Yeah.
ma'am, should we begin?
Okay.
Deepa ma'am?
Ma'am, shall I start?
Yes.
Yeah.
1 minute,
Yes.
Navya. Yes, Navya, you may start better.
Be bright like the afternoon sun and let everyone who sees you feel inspired by all the great things you do. You have one life here on earth. Make it count in whatever way you can. A very good afternoon to everyone present here. I am Navya Paliwal. Let us start today's event with a prayer to God. Dear God, thank you for your love and your promise to be with us. At school or at work, at rest or at play, you help us to feel near to you and hear your voice. You guide us to always do our best in every situation and to love one another. Let us start today's debate competition together. Over to Astha.
Thank you, Navya. On the path of success, always lie the big O's. Many read them as obstacles, only few read them as opportunities. Attitude matters a lot, so always be positive. A warm good afternoon to all of you present here. My name is Astha, and me, along with Pavitra and Jatin, will be your host till the end of today's event. Today is the big day for us. Today we are having a wonderful friends who will compete in debate competition and share their views about the given topic. Robots' artificial intelligence will make humans jobless in 50 years and bring out their hidden aptitude. On this special event, we cordially welcome our honored director, beloved Kalpana ma'am, our respected principal, Shiv sir, respected vice principal sir, Puneet Mishra sir, honorable judges, all reward teachers, and of course, our sterling participants and students. It is a pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to you all. Your presence makes us very happy.
But before calling the name of the participants, let me introduce the panel of juries. We are having two honorable judges with us, Ruby Jha ma'am and Richa Dwivedi ma'am. They will judge today's contest and select best of the best speakers. Initially, let me read out the rules for today's debate, and the participants are requested to follow the rules sincerely. The rules are: speeches shall not be less than 2 minutes and not more than 3 minutes in length. The participants will be allowed to see the papers, will not be allowed to see the papers. They must switch on the video all the time during the debate. They must be in standing position when they will place their arguments. The decision of the judge shall be final.
I create the road as I work. I have the power to make the things better. Yes, we are going to start today's event with Karma House. In all debates, let truth be the aim, not victory or not an unjust. With these thoughts, let the event let me invite our first participant, Shubhankar Bamadia from Karma House. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Shubhankar Bamadia.
AI is likely to be either the best or the worst thing to happen to humanity. With these words by renowned scientist Stephen Hawking, I wish one and all a very warm afternoon. I am Shubhankar Bamalia from Karma House, here to present my views for the motion robots and artificial intelligence will make humans jobless in next 50 years. I believe that artificial intelligence is a tool, not a threat, and the robots will make the world pretty fantastic compared to today. Once confined to the pages of futuristic fiction, the field of robotics promises to be the most uh, profoundly disruptive technological shift since the revolution. While robots have been utilized in several industries, including automotive and manufacturing sectors, for decades, experts now predict that a tipping point in robot deployment is imminent. The robots can be made to do all sorts of work with automated programming. Any task that is repetitive and predictable can be automated. Banking systems employ incredibly simple, near to mindless, and repetitive tasks like debit and credit transactions and interest calculations. As little as 60 years ago, these tasks were performed by hundreds and thousands of people in thousands of bank branches throughout the world, which has been reduced to just a website. And many people around the world were employed in providing support services like manufacture of chairs, pens, desks, and pencils. But nowadays, a single click to turn on the machine will do the work. We are also stepping into the world of driverless cars, and sooner or later, millions of cab drivers will lose their jobs. Automatic machine repairing using artificial intelligence will cost many mechanics their jobs. If we look at how many jobs are being taken over by machines in today's date, one can easily estimate what is to happen in the next 50 years. With the field of technology growing rapidly every day, the chances of small human errors can be solved as a robot will precisely work according to its program. And the work done by robots are very time efficient. An automated robot built in Australia can set up 15,000 brakes in 1 hour, whereas it would demand much more human labor and considerably more amount of time otherwise. If this is the case right now, then the next 50 years guarantee a drastic change and it will make the human jobless. Artificial intelligence is probably the last thing humans will need to make. With these words by Swedish philosopher Nick Bostrom, I rest my speech.
Very well said by Shubhankar. So, our next participant is Sati Bhattar.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I, Khyati, would like to say a speech on the topic Robots and Artificial Intelligence Will Make Humans Jobless in 50 Years Against the Motion. As I hear the human voices around, hey Alexa, Play this, play that, do this, do that. And many of you ask Google Assistant some weird questions. I've noticed that many of you think the day when robots and artificial intelligence will make humans jobless in 50 years does not seem too far in the future. Artificial intelligence are some of the current topics of research and development, but a lot of capital is invested to make or buy robots, and they need to be maintained and supplied power for their running. On the other hand, human resources are quite affordable and reliable. Robots have no sense of emotion, conscience, and do not have decision-making abilities to handle difficult situations. Automation can only be done when robots are fed with programming by humans. According to a report from the United Kingdom, robots and artificial intelligence will create more jobs than they take in the coming years. Robots lack the ability to create or imagine things, as ultimately they are machines under human control. Lack of creativity, it's a disadvantage. Lack of creativity in a sense means, despite being adaptive, AI machines can only perform tasks that are part of their algorithm. I repeat, part of their algorithm. As they're devoid of feeling, they lack passion and creativity. Jobs in health, scientific and technical services, researchers, hospitality, etc. cannot be completely taken over by robots, right? With the use of artificial intelligence, robots and artificial intelligence can interpret and learn new things, but can never beat an actual ultimate human mind. And why do we need robots? If humans are working vigorously in every field, they'll definitely achieve success one day because of their hard work. Hard work means success. Robots do hard work, but they need more support. Support of anyone, any human. In the future, we may see robotic world. But remember, the master key will always lie in human hands. Always. Thank you.
Great speech by Kathy. So our next participant is Augusta Agrawal.
Hey Alexa, play my Christmas playlist. Hey Google, turn on the ceiling lights. Majority of us relish the comfort of these devices, satisfied that we invested our money in the right place, that's making our life easier day by day. Well, I beg to disagree. Oh, what a laborious task it would have been to stand on my legs, to walk a few centimeters, to turn on my hand to make a phone call makes me shiver in disgust. Thank God for these devices. Else, my healthy self would have easily lost a few pounds because of these strenuous activities. A very warm afternoon to honorable teachers and my fellow mates. I'm Agastya Agrawal from class 7C, strongly supporting the argument that robots will make humans jobless in 50 years. We often amuse ourselves by asking questions like, Alexa, what is 1 plus 1? Siri, do you know Alexa? Let's improvise and change the question to, Alexa, are you invading my privacy? I bet it will render one of the smartest robots speechless. In many instances, these also helpful devices were found eavesdropping on the conversation and they recorded being used for malpractices. Sounds extremely creepy, right? I believe all of us are familiar with movies based on the concept of the power of AI and how it threatens the existence of humankind. They may be fictitious, but they show the possibility of what can happen if we don't curb the use of AI. My biggest fears were confirmed when the first AI robot to be given human citizenship, Sophia, confirmed that one of their goals was to end humankind and make us their slaves. Sounds a bit too far-fetched? Well, telecommunication via internet was a bit too far-fetched for our grandparents in 70s to 80s, and building a skyscraper was a bit too far-fetched at a time. Yet they're happening right now. Let's rewind to the past of our nation, a past so glorious yet marred by the loss of infinite. The 18th century Indian handsman cloth was invincible in the Indian and foreign market. Fast over to the 1830s, when the Industrial Revolution began in Britain, cloth manufacturing machines were introduced, and the cheap English and urban weavers were rendered jobless. Flourishing cities were massively looted. My question here, honorable judges, is what's stopping history from repeating itself? The Indian economy more than ever needs production by the masses, then mass production ideology promoted by AI. Pioneers like Mahatma Gandhi and C.V. Raman have pointed out the capability of human mind. It's our greatest asset. Why replace it with any substitute? What distinguishes human from any other organism is the presence of emotion. We are driven by our emotion and our sentiments. We would always opt for food made by a loved one than a beeping robotic machine. I hereby rest my speech by quoting Marvin Minsky. Will robot inherit our earth? Yes, but they will be our children. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Truly fantastically said by Agastya. So, our next participant is Anika Sahi.
Anika, are you there? Anika?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, she's not there. Her mother told me that she went for some marriage or something.
Okay, please then continue.
I believe in myself and have the courage to turn my dreams into reality. Without debate, and you guessed it correct, without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed and no republic can survive. This is the power of doing debate. Let us call our next participant, Tia Chaudhary from Vishwas House, with a powerful speech.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tia Chaudhary from Class 7th I, Vishwas House, and today I'll be speaking in the favor of how artificial intelligence and robots will make humans jobless in the next 50 years. As I hear the human-friendly Alexa, Google Assistant, or Siri slowly reigniting over some fragments of our lives, it is scary. Like nowadays, you can link your Wi-Fi acquainted devices with any AI assistant, and with voice modulation or your phone, you can switch your devices on and off just by sitting at one place. This was a small example, but in the future years, if use of this increases, it can be a health hazard and can make man idle. Also, reliance on robots for the smallest scores will make the human brain feeble. If there's a rise in use of AI machines more, it will worsen the unemployment issues in the country than it already is. In this world where the youth struggles and toils to get employed for their daily bread, robots could make matters more bad. The poor families in India whose members are not getting jobs for many reasons, one of them being robots or AI, it is hard for them to feed their families and survive. So why not employ the people who are happily willing to be working? Ultimately, humans haven't become completely reluctant because these robots may be very efficient, but they're also kind of dumb. They do not think, they just act. It may be accurate, but very limited ways. Humans are still needed to work around robots, doing the jobs the machines can't, and fixing them when they get stuck. At the end of the day, humans are needed to work with the robots, for as I said, when they get stuck. Robots are also high maintenance, high priced, and more power consuming, which can bleed money from companies if it does not become successful. For example, if there's a private hospital and its AI machine fails to detect a man's illness and malfunctions, it will be a huge loss for the company, as the expensive machine will be suspended for further use, and there is a chance of a small lawsuit, which will be expensive to take care of. We have to use artificial intelligence smartly and to an extent so everyone is employed and so that no one loses and everybody gets new jobs. Thank you.
Wow, what a wonderful speech! Now, for our next participant, we have Parijan.
Good morning, everyone. I am Pari Jain and I am speaking against the motion. Robots, artificial intelligence will make people's future. Whether we realize it or not, artificial intelligence is all around us and playing an active role in our daily lives. Every time we do a Google search, get a product recommendation from Amazon, or book a trip online, AI is lurking in the background. It's easy to get an impression of the way robots are changing our daily lives. Simply think of the self-serve pump next time you stop for gas. Such progress was hard to imagine when gas stations began. Top tech companies are in a constant race to change the way robotics are implemented in people's everyday lives, which will lead us to a really exciting future. From working on assembly lines at Tesla to teaching Japanese students English, examples of artificial intelligence in the field of robotics are plentiful. So here are some. Transportation. Although it could take a decade or more to perfect them, autonomous cars will one day ferry us from place to place. Healthcare. In the comparatively AI field of healthcare, diseases are more quickly and accurately diagnosed. Education. Textbooks are digitized with the help of AI. Early stage virtual tutors assist human instructors and facial analysis gauge the emotions of students to help determine who is struggling or bored and better tailor the experiences to their individual needs. Customer service. Last but not the least, Google is working on an AI assistant that can place human like calls to make appointments at, say, your neighborhood or your hair salon. In addition to words, the system understands context. But if we steer carefully, we could end up in a fantastic future where everybody is better off. The poor are richer, the rich are richer, everybody is healthy and free to live out their dreams. I would like to end up with robots and other combinations will make the world pretty fantastic compared with today. Thank you.
Wow, that was fabulous. Now, for our next participant from Vishwas house, we have Devansh Padia.
Hello, my dear friends, and good evening to all respected teachers present here. Today, I, Devansh Paria, am going to deliver you a speech of Will AI take over our jobs in 50 years? I'll be speaking in favor of the motion. So, what exactly is AI or artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is intelligence demonstrated by machines.
Sorry, Devansh,
Unlike
to interrupt. Devansh, we can't see you. With adjust your
Yes, ma'am.
we can't see you.
Now, is this fine now?
Yes. Judges, are you able to see him now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a
Hello.
sec. Yeah, Devansh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now we can see you. Right. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Hello, my dear friends, and good evening to all respected teachers present here. Today, I, Devansh Paria, am going to deliver you a speech on will AI take over our jobs in 50 years? I'll be speaking in favor of the motion. So, what exactly is AI or artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is the intelligence demonstrated by machines, unlike the natural intelligence displayed by humans and animals. This artificial intelligence can be thousands of lines of code to create a machine which has its own thoughts like any living being. So, how are artificial intelligence or robots going to take over our jobs? Like I said, they have their own minds and thoughts. How many of you have seen Robot? It's a movie based on a robot made by artificial intelligence and can do all the work that a human is and isn't capable of. Now, many of you might think this is just a movie and robots can't be that realistic in real life. Well, you will be wrong. Many of you might have heard of Sophia. Sophia is a social humanoid robot developed by Hong Kong based company Hanson Robotics. Sophia was first turned on March 2016 in Austin, Texas, United States. It is no less than the Chitti in robot. So, how will they take over our jobs? They robots have a mind sharper than us, even though they are created by us. Robot jobs are already a thing. Many of you might have been to the robot restaurant near Magneto Mall on the third floor of Moti Mahal. There are robots as waiters there. For any of you who don't believe it, search it up on Google. Robot Restaurant Raipur. This was just started by four friends who were smart enough to code more than five robots into becoming waiters. So imagine if big companies started coding some robots into doing jobs. Also, many machines and robots are made that can make paintings that are way better than any human could have made. You can find them by just searching AI paintings. At one point, it is an advantage for humans because, they wouldn't have to do any jobs. And why would they do so if a machine can do it for them? But the disadvantage here is that people will lose their jobs. The only way that people earn for their living are jobs, but I'm sure that the government will have the solution to this problem in the next 50 years. But good or bad, it is true that robots will take over our jobs in 50 or even less years. Thank you.
Wow, that was fabulous. Now, for our next participant, we have Arna Singh.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Arna Singh, and today I'll be speaking on the topic Robots and Artificial Intelligence Will Make Humans Jobless in the Next 50 Years. I will be speaking against the motion. We are living in exciting times driverless cars, drones carrying our packages, and chatbots receiving our order for fast food. In reality, the next industrial revolution is being called this whole thing of robots and artificial intelligence. And it doesn't come without a lot of concern that a huge workforce will lose its jobs and the means to make a living. Mass productions and factories drew workers in droves when the first industrial revolution hit. Individual craftsmen were put out of business by productions, and consumers could get quicker and cheaper products, which honestly speaking was a very good thing. Yes, some workers were evidently displaced. But alongside this revolution, new jobs were created, and over time, employment reached high levels. The fear of this new robotics revolution. Technology will, of course, eliminate many jobs. It has always done so. A recent MIT study also revealed that these predictions range over from a few million to over a billion. Why this variance here, you ask? Because nobody can accurately predict the number of jobs that robots will assume from the humans in the next few decades. But at the same time, we cannot estimate the new numbers of jobs or careers that will be created by them. Even today, there are many jobs that did not exist 10 years ago. State-of-the-art programming, data science, sales and advertisement. So I really don't see a reason why there would be a decline in need of humans to develop and manage new technologies. Developed countries with comparative salary data readily available, far fewer people opt for low-paying jobs which require less to almost no thought. Instead, they move for brighter opportunities. China is a prime example. Via using robots and artificial intelligence, it has reached the top of our world economy. Countries like India should take a lesson from them. Where there is a high demand of technology, there are many jobs. You just need to know where to find them. Humans create and humans control. It is a known fact that humans are the creators of robots, and robots will provide what they are meant to provide just as long as humans stay in charge. Right now, the notion is that robots will not need leadership or initiative, which is rather silly. Consider this. Medicine is a huge field that has been disrupted by robots and artificial intelligence over the years. There are many AIs and robots that can now accurately diagnose patients and perform precise surgeries. But does that mean that we lost the doctors to them? The response is no. Instead, the doctors found a way to provide us with better healthcare using their help. Like I said, robots will take many jobs from us, but mostly the dull and dirty work, like mining. I mean, ask yourself, how many people really want to go down a mine shaft and dig out coal and expose themselves to diseases like the black lung disease? Probably none. So you see, in the new future, people will have to refine their skills of technology in order to survive. But there are also options where people can just opt for jobs which do not require these skills. But the truth is that just as long as humans are in charge, no robots are taking over our jobs or our lives. So I hope that I've calmed down your fear of your jobs being taken away from you in the next 50 years. Thank you.
I learn from everything and everyone with an open mind. I take the onus for my life. Yes, you think rightly. Our next participants are from Gyan House. It is said that if you can't convince them, confuse them, joke apart, but it is appropriately said that when there is information, there is enlightenment, and when there is debate, there are solutions. Let us call our friend Shamita KK from Gyan House to continue the battle of words.
Good afternoon, all. I'm Shamita KK. Today I'll be speaking for the motion. AI and technology will get advanced highly. AI will be implemented into robot, gadgets, sensors, etc. Works can be done in an easier way. Virtual reality will take place, which will make things simple, easy, and selective. Jobs such as being a doctor, nurse, and chemist will be dangerous because they are in contact of an infected person every day. But don't worry, in future robots will be dealing with them. Shopkeepers may gain profit in future as people will be satisfied with the product in virtual only. Online websites like Amazon, FedEx, eBay, etc. will be delivering their packages early by flying drones, which will reach to your doorstep. Space scientists are developing AI robots and rockets, which will connect them to internet broadband system. Farmers are developing indoor farming market, and in restaurants, chefs will be providing you plant-based meal as meat production will be less. Waiters in place of waiters, AI robots will be working. Some workers may lose their job, but I believe that they will find their way in these professional jobs. Till then, be happy. Thank you.
Truly fantastic. Now I call upon Parth Bhagyadev.
Good morning, friends. I am Parth Bhagyadev from Gyan House, speaking against the motion. Artificial intelligence. Moreover, these inventions have opened up businesses for many who now offer up artificial intelligence services and more. But the question is that does the revolution in technology impact the shift in employment also? The answer is no. AI can't feel emotion. AI cannot, unlike humans, feel or interact with empathy and compassion. Therefore, it is unlikely that humans would opt for interacting with an apathetic robot for traditional communication services. AI can't capitalize the unknown. Creatives invent things that didn't exist before. This includes storytellers, musicians, and visual artists. Also, architects, computer scientists, engineers, plumbers, business leaders, and many other professional roles have strong creative components to their jobs that cannot be replaced by AI, though AI can assist them symbiotically. Here are some jobs which are impossible for AI to do. Take care of children. Robots cannot take care of children in the same way humans can. Infants and toddlers need real human interaction if they are to learn and grow. Because no one in this world can take care of a child better than mom, as mom gives him good qualities and loves him too. Invent. Human invent things, compose music, and prove mathematical theorems. Artificial intelligence can just follow the rules. While on the other hand, human thinks out of the box and invent new things. Chef. Robots don't eat organic food, nor they smell or taste things. Only a human can express the art of cooking. Sports. Being a sportsman essentially requires you to be a human. That's what makes sports fun to watch, challenging to play, and generally worthwhile. Sports is all about what can or can't be achieved by the human body. Artificial intelligence is not going to take away jobs. Yes, but it will more likely change what human workers do until artificial intelligence has not evolved the way humans work. Though machines which can interact, engage, think, adapt, and respond exactly the way humans can. Till then, it is not possible for AI to take up a job from humans. And AI is actually a machine which could just take over the industrial or technological revolution. Thank you.
Mind blowing. Now I would like to call Garg Jethani.
Good morning, my dear friends and respected teachers. Today I, Gyan,
and I am speaking for the motion. First thing which comes in our mind is, what is artificial intelligence? It is a wide-ranging branch of computer science concerned with building smart machines capable of performing work which does not require human intelligence. As we know, robots are machines capable of carrying complex easily and efficiently. From my point of vision, I am observing that robots and artificial intelligence are able to take over the jobs performed by humans. These humanoid workers have already started setting their feet in the labor market. So, for more explaining, I will give you an example. So, question arises: what kind of job are taking? So, in Raipur only, I saw in Moti Mahal restaurant where robots were serving food. So these robots have taken the jobs of 10 to 15 waiters in a restaurant. I will give you another example also. Have you heard about Google car? The Google car is a car which does not require any driver to drive. So there are millions of people who drive taxi and bus. The Google car have taken their jobs. My point of vision is that robot and artificial intelligence, it is not reliable depending on artificial and AI, robots and AI. On the other hand, human resources are affordable and creative. Robots have no sense of emotion and do not have decision-making abilities. It is often said that necessity is necessity is mother of invention, but it will be depend on us whether the robotic workforce will work for us, with us, or against us. At last, I will conclude it by saying that uh, human working is essential for the economy. If the robots and artificial intelligence take the job of these workers, so they will not get money. If they will not get money, they cannot spend money. If they cannot spend money, the economy slows. So at last, I will say uh, workers need to be redeployed, not replaced. Thank you.
Marvelous. Now I would like to call Pranamya Shivhare.
Good afternoon, everyone. I, Pranamya Shivhare from Gyan House, will be speaking against the motion to artificial intelligence will make humans jobless in 50 years. Imagining operating machines without humans is like imagining a human functioning without a brain. Quite impossible, right? We need to understand that humans are the brains behind artificial intelligence. So the idea that AI will take over our jobs is completely baseless. AI can be used for doing mundane, unrepeatedly tasks, but in building these tasks in robots can only be done by humans. Our work role in society requires more compassion. And real world problems require improvised solutions, which can never be achieved by robots, as they have a limited set of solutions feeded in them. Okay, let's understand it this way. In our day to day lives, we face different problems, but do we approach every problem with the same solution? No. Similarly, robots are incapable of doing this. They'll solve the problem in the way
Is there a
humans tell
pause?
them. Sorry, ma'am. They'll always need human supervision. For example, ships and airplanes have an autopilot mode, but would you ever travel in them without a pilot? Let's take another example of teachers. Teachers can never be replaced by robots because human interaction, critical skills, decision making, and emotional intellect can never be learned by a robot. In current state of pandemic, we are receiving our knowledge through computers or any other electric device. But an educator behind it is a teacher, a human teacher. Furthermore, technology has created jobs in its advancement. According to PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, the second largest professional services network in the world, says artificial intelligence could increase job opportunities by nearly 1 million. And let me tell you, 1 million is a lot. There's a recent demand in AI in gaming industries. Right from the game design to the development to game operation and its maintenance has generated many jobs in the past few years. In future, we are quite sure that artificial intelligence will operate hand in hand with humans in workplace, but not our jobs. To conclude, I would like to say robots and artificial intelligence will make our lives easier, but the trust in humans in a work society can never be replaced by machines. Thank you.
I seek the right road, leaving my doubts behind and strive to reach my goal. Decisions are stubborn, but debate about them are pleasant. So, to carry on the war of words, let me invite the fighters from Lux House. Here is Kavya Agrawal to present the speech.
Kavya, unmute yourself. Kavya,
Kavya
unmute
is not
yourself.
audible to us. Yes.
Yes.
A very virtual good evening to one and all present here. Today, I, Kavya, I'm here to speak for the motion, and my topic is: can robots and artificial intelligence make humans jobless in the next 50 years? Alexa, can you set my alarm for 5 o'clock? Alexa, can you switch on the lights and play some upbeat songs? While listening to these sentences, I sometimes ponder that can robots make humans jobless in the next 50 years? I would like to say a firm yes. I get agitated when I come across this point. I mean, don't you all? Let me make my opinion a little more stronger and practical with these points. A handful of robotic systems are now being sold as open source systems with AI capability. This way, users can teach their robots to do custom tasks such as small scale agriculture. Now, what would the farmers do? Robots are now also being used in a customer service capacity in retail stores and hotels across the world. Most of these robots leverage abilities to interact with the customers in a more human way. And as proved by scientists, the more these robots interact, the more they learn. Now, take the famous hotel Eclipse from Raipur as an example, which has already replaced its waiters with robots. Now, what would those waiters do? If you have pen and paper in front of you and Siri or Google in your phone, what would you choose to solve your equation? The increase in dominance of robots at workplaces and them being too reliable for small chores can make a brain feeble. In a world where the youth struggles in the major issue of unemployment, robots could make matter worse. India has almost 18 million people who are trying to get employed. So, why do we need robots when humans are willing to work and contribute? The World Economic Forum predicts that 95% of the 500 biggest companies will vanish within a decade or two. Few jobs like cashiers, factory workers, and drivers have already been replaced with robots in many countries. And as said by another great professor, robots will make humans jobless, seeing their pace and progress. At the end, I would only like to say that robots aren't fictional anymore. They can and they will make humans jobless. Thank you.
Wow, great speech by Kavya. So, our next participant is Himansha Wadwani.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I, Ransha Vadvani from Lakshya, am here speaking against the topic. Do artificial intelligence and robots will make humans jobless in 50 years? It is often said that necessity is the mother of invention. To make life convenient and achieve advancement, we humans have been working rigorously in every field. Robots and artificial intelligence are some of the current topics of research and development. But a lot of capital is invested to make or buy robots, and they need to be maintained and supplied power for their running. Their software equipment and costs are too high. Artificial intelligence, also called AI in short form, is transforming the nature of everything which is connected to human life. Example, employment, economy, communication, warfare, privacy, security, ethics, healthcare, and etc. However, we are yet to see its evolution in long term, whether it's leading humanity towards making this place a better place to live or a place which is full of disasters. Humans are the ones who develop new ideas and have the potential to turn imagination into reality. Jobs in health, scientific and technical services or research, hospitality, etc. cannot be completely taken over by robots. With the use of artificial intelligence, robots can interpret and learn things, but can never beat the ultimate human mind. Robots eliminate dangerous jobs for humans because they can work in hazardous environments. While these machines are getting smarter, they are not as smart as us. Today's industrial artificial intelligence operates at a narrow level, which gives appearance to human intelligence exhibited by machines, but designed by humans. Robots need a large capital, maintenance, power, etc., while humans do not. Humans agree to work at a much lower income as compared to the heavy costs required to hire a robot, which will affect a company's profit. According to a report in the United Kingdom, robots and artificial intelligence will create more jobs than they take in the coming years. Robots lack the ability to create or imagine things. Ultimately, they are machines under human control. One of the prime examples is the recent COVID-19 pandemic, wherein it was the human mind which was necessary to create the infrastructure to save human lives. This could not have been possible through artificial intelligence. Always remember, in future, we may see a robotic world, but the key will always lie in human hands. Thank you.
Truly fantastic said by Vishwas. So our next participant is Shagun Patel.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. Today I am Shagun Patel, and today's topic of debate is robot and artificial intelligence will make humans jobless in next 50 years. So, what is robots and AI? AI is wide-ranging branch of computer science concerned with the building smart machines capable of performing tasks that typically requires a human intelligence. A robot is specially programmable by a computer capable of carrying out a complex series of action automatically. Robots can be guided by an external control device or a control may be embedded within it. Robots and AI can take place of humans by doing these things. They are widely used in manufacturing, assembling and packing, transport, earth and space exploration, surveys, weaponry, lab research and mass production of consumers and industrial goods. Robots and AI will make humans jobless in next 50 years. Because robots and AI are doing a better job than human in some aspects of sales and marketing too. But fact remains, some jobs will be replaced by humans. Robots will replace humans for many jobs, just as innovating farming equipment replaced humans, horses during the industrial revolution. Business will also get benefited from the robots because they will have 24/7 workforce at more affordable rates. New AI system has beyond human abilities, which many of us fear could dehumanize the future of work. AI will push human professional up the skills ladder into the uniquely human skills, such as creativity, social ability, empathy, and sense-making, which machines cannot automate. As a result, AI will make place more human, not less. However, humans will need to change jobs and learn new skills throughout their lives. So at last, I will conclude that every age has its scientific inventions, and our generation has robots and AI. Thank you.
It was a great speech by Shagun. So, our next participant is Parnas Farista.
A virtual good afternoon to all. Myself, Parnas Farishta from Grade 7I, welcome you all to an interesting topic of debate today. As I hear the human-friendly Alexa or Google Assistant, I can imagine a time when robots would actually converse with humans and literally render them jobless in the years to come. Does it sound practical? 100% no. How can it be possible? Imagine a piece of technology making millions of people jobless? Insane, isn't it? Yes, you all got it. I am going to keep some strong points against the topic robots' artificial intelligence can never make humans jobless in 50 years. Friends, let me remind you that automation can be done only when robots are fed with programs by humans. Now, that's a very strong point that rules out all the arguments in favor of the topic. Secondly, robots have no sense of emotions or conscience and do not have decision-making abilities to handle difficult situations. According to a report in the United Kingdom, robots and artificial intelligence will create more jobs than they take in the coming years. Robots lack the ability to create or imagine things, as ultimately they are machines under human control. Humans are the ones having the potential to develop new ideas and turn imagination into reality. Artificial intelligence will indeed automate most physical and repetitive tasks and will push human professionals up the skill set ladder into unique skills like creativity, empathy, and social abilities. Best performance, in fact, can only be achieved through collaboration between human and machines. A good and practical example is the cancer identification. According to Harvard research, AI algorithms can read diagnostic scans with 92% accuracy and humans with 96% accuracy, but together they make for 99% accuracy. Hence, I strongly put my point that robots and AI cannot make humans jobless in 50 or say 100 years too, but will pave the way for better work environment and new opportunities in the workplace. To conclude, I want to say computers may be clever, but humans are much smarter. We invented the computer. I have never seen a computer inventing a human being, isn't it? So let's welcome robots and artificial intelligence as job giver, not job taker. Not at all. Thank you.
Give them a round of applause for Lakshya.
Good afternoon, Puneet sir.
Good afternoon,
Good
Puneet
afternoon,
sir.
ma'am. Thank you for calling me.
No,
I completed my class and I joined. I was waiting for that.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, it was a nice experience, and the topic is also
Thank you, sir.
quite interesting. Yeah.
Now we are going.
Yeah, please carry on. Please carry on.
Now we are going.
Can you saying something?
Yes. Do I need to tally my scores with Richa ma'am right now? And
So we're just telling the participants and then you can just tally yours.
Right.
Aarti ma'am, do we have the rebuttal round also?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So they'll
Ma'am, the rebuttal is right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now. How much time do you give us?
1 minute for each group, ma'am.
Ma'am, they'll get 2 minutes to discuss. So kids, all the participants, please put on your video.
Now we are going.
Yeah.
I think Pavitra will read the rules of the rebuttal round.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Pavitra.
Yeah,
Now we are going to start our next round, that is rebuttal round. Rules for the round for this round are: From each house, only one participant will come to share their group's viewpoint. The limit is one minute, and the participants will not be allowed to see the papers. They must switch on the video all the time. They must be in standing position when they will place their arguments.
Once again, the marks, total marks for rebuttal.
Soma ma'am?
Jatin.
Ma'am, that will be part of content actually.
Yeah, is it with that eye contact and argumentative attitude?
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, right.
So all the houses get 2 minutes time, and please put on your videos while you're discussing. And then,
Shall we disconnect? Shall we disconnect for the time being?
Yes, ma'am, for 2 minutes. Yes.
Ruby ma'am, just a moment. Ruby ma'am.
Yeah.
Ruby ma'am,
Understood.
I
Yeah,
have added you into a. I have added both you and Richa ma'am in another WhatsApp group where teachers are only there. So I think you can communicate in that group.
Yeah, I think I can have a chat with her. Yes.
In that group you can have if you wish to. That's only for teachers and like for judges. Okay. I've just added you. I've just added you. Interhouse. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Till then, children, you'll all have your WhatsApp group ready. Get into your WhatsApp, and videos are not on for all the kids. Children, please switch on your videos. Switch on your videos and do not leave the Zoom meeting. You have to sit here itself and do the rebuttal. Right now, everyone, please switch on your videos, all the participants.
Yes, and your time starts now.
Yes, start. Aarti ma'am is watching the time.
And remember, only one student from each group will get the chance to speak. And time limit will be, time limit will be 1 minute only. And I hope you have already noted down all the points on which you want to do the rebuttal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, very good.
Last 30 seconds left, kids. Yes. So I hope everyone has decided one representative from each house. From Karma House, who's going to represent?
Ma'am, I, Agastya.
Okay, Agastya. And from Vishwas House?
Mami, Devansh.
Okay.
Devansh Padia.
From Gyan House?
Ma'am,
Parth. And from Lakshya?
Parth.
Parth. So I hope Karma House knows that they're going to do, they will rebuttal with Vishwas House. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
No, Let's wait for our...
Should I stand for this also?
Wait,
I think they will
let's
call
just
you.
wait for our judges.
Mitra? Yes.
Ruby ma'am and
Of
Richa
course.
ma'am, are you there?
Ruby ma'am is there. I cannot see Richa ma'am. Is Richa ma'am there? Richa ma'am, are you there, ma'am?
Ruby is also not here, I think.
Richa ma'am is
No.
not there.
Ruby ma'am is there, but I cannot see Richa ma'am.
I think they're discussing.
Richa ma'am will just join in a minute. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
just
yes.
Yeah.
Children, are you ready?
We'll just wait for Richa ma'am.
You get a little extra time to just prepare in your mind, children. The representatives have a little more time. Okay. Keep preparing yourself silently in your mind only. So you are lucky to get a minute extra.
Yeah, of course.
I'll just ask Richa ma'am if...
I think Richa is also joined right now. Just see. I'm going to mute myself now. Right.
Not yet, ma'am.
I'm ready. I'm there. So whenever you say go, I'll start.
Richa ma'am is here. Richa ma'am, can we begin the rebuttal round? Yes.
Ma'am, so should we start?
I'm just waiting. Richa ma'am?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can we begin with the rebuttal round? Yes.
I was on mute. Huh? Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Let us start the rebuttal round with the participant from Karma House. Karma House?
Augusta, I think. Augusta will come.
Yeah, he's getting ready.
Yes. One speaker of our opposition said that robots have brain of their own and they have sharper brains. I would like to clear that robots need automated programming to work as they don't possess brains. Second point, one of the Vishwas House speakers said that robot can perform medical operation, but robots don't possess feeling and brain, and risking the life of human is not worth it. There's always air for some power failure or programming error in the artificial intelligence. Third point, one of them said that robots can rule the world and perform complex operations, but even they need to be monitored by humans while they are working. Mining can't be a suitable job for robot as the miners need to face extreme situation and the robot cannot survive if a tremor comes underground. Last point, automated programming will not increase, where it will decrease the human involvement as one human can program 50 robots.
Was this Agastya?
Yes, ma'am.
No. Yes.
It was Agastya, ma'am, from Blue House.
Okay, okay. Okay, Shubhankar has spoken. Okay.
Now
Shubhankar, no. Shubhankar hasn't spoken. This was the first one.
No, the first one, yeah. He started the debate, ma'am. Shubhankar Bamadia. He started the debate.
This was
okay,
Shubhankar.
but in the rebuttal round, you called Agastya first?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Actually, Blue House, they have started with Shubhankar. And the boy who just done that rebuttal round, he is Agastya.
Yeah, but and Shubhankar has spoken? Has Shubhankar spoken, Suma ma'am?
Yes. Yeah, ma'am. He started the debate, ma'am. He was the first speaker today.
Soma, there was confusion for rebuttal. Only one.
I have a question.
Only one, yeah. Rebuttal round, only one speaker will be there who will represent.
Okay, one speaker, okay.
Only
All
one
right.
speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, and he will represent the group's viewpoint, ma'am. They discussed about it already, and only one representative will be there to present the viewpoints of the group.
I would like to invite our next friend from Vishwas house.
Devangsh Parya. Devangsh, please start with your name, beta.
Good morning. Okay. So first point is that someone said that the robot has to follow a certain algorithm in which she is coded, but this is not true. Many robots like Sophia are programmed that so that they have their own mind and thought, and they don't exactly do whatever is in their code. They also have a mind of their own. Second point, someone said that Alexa and other assistants invade our privacy, but when we start Alexa with our mobile, there's a privacy policy with which we agree, and it is mentioned there that it does not take any information what we speak. Third point, as Augustus said, that robots cannot survive the harsh conditions in a mine. But if robots are programmed so and made up of such a material which can survive underground and with harsh conditions, robots can survive. Thank you.
Now, our next participant is from Gyan House.
So if we take that in future robots take all the jobs of humans, so would you ever trust a robot to take care of your child or younger sister? Or would you prefer a food made by a robot or your mom? And if artificial intelligence take the jobs, so they will give new jobs instead also, because if robots get damaged, so who will make them? We humans only. And what if robots take all the jobs, so where will the poor people go, because they do not have much money to afford one robot even. And if they take the jobs such as surgeon, taxi driver, and suddenly something damage and something happens and their system gets damaged, so it can cause to death. If a surgeon robot is treating someone and he gets damaged, So what will robots do? And bringing of robots will cause a much of implementation, and robots doesn't have any experience for jobs.
Last but not least, our friend from Lakshya House.
My friend, it is not that the people made robots just to talk to them or have fun with them. They thought that they might be of some use, they can do their jobs instead. That is why they made them, and that is why people spend millions and millions just to buy them, so that less of the burden can be taken. Nextly, in 17th or 18th century, people didn't predict that we would have laptops and robots or ACs and such facilities. So how can you be so sure that in the next 50 years or even say 100 years that robots can't do any work? Nextly, you said that robots doesn't have any feelings. But if you are hiring someone for your job, would you rather see their feeling, their nature, or the qualities and the way they do, or the way they do their work and their smartness? Also, that if you see nowadays, almost most of the fields of work, none of them has been successful without AI. AI. It is thank you.
Ma'am, I would like to counter question.
Yes, you may.
I'd love to do that, please.
If humans could be friendly with robots, so terrorists could easily use them for big blasts. And smart, as you said, that I would not check the feelings or emotions of the person I am hiring. So smartness and happiness also comes in feelings only. You said that we will spend millions and millions to make AI do everything. So where will this all money come from, and what will be means? What will poor people do?
I would also like to counter question Vishwas House point.
Wait, Kavya first, Agastya, just a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Kavya answer, yes.
But here we are talking about a robot making a person jobless. So I don't think that if they're not happy or like sad or kind, that will affect anywhere in the job. Because even if you are a vet or doctor, people would trust them and replace it with them, because they have a thinking that yes, they can do it. And as I said in my speech, that the scientists have proved that the more these robots interact, the more they learn. And if they've seen these things going on for years, so how can they not learn it?
But what if some technological problem comes?
Well, we don't always have advantages for everything. It's not like that if human drive a car, so it's always that nobody dies. People die of accident and misunderstanding also. So there are a few disadvantages in everything. But I don't think that we should be this much sure that robots can't overtake humans and their jobs.
And if robots do all the works, so what will people earn?
That is what we're talking about, that robots will make humans jobless, because people are like making robots overrated, and this thing that they can do everything. That is why they will make humans jobless, and then they will have to live in.
Ma'am, can I say now?
Yes, Agastya.
As they pointed out, Alexa invades privacy. I would like to say that there are cases where Alexa record the conversations of people which are used for different practices. And the other point is they about the robots. While they go in mine, there is no such material that can't survive tremors. And if there was also robots will lose their connection because of the tremors, so they won't have any contact with humans, so they can't be operated.
Vishwas house?
Ma'am, can I say of the Alexa one?
Yes.
So as you told that Alexa recorded a recording of the conversation. So this only happens when Alexa malfunctions because it is stated in the privacy policy that this doesn't happen like often. It only happens when Alexa or any Google any assistant malfunctions.
But if we don't even use these devices, so there will be no chance of malfunction. So there will be no recording, and there will be no blackmail and all. What is it so important that we have to use these devices?
Devansh, anything to say?
Yeah, ma'am. Can I think for like? Yeah. So everything has drawbacks, and nothing is ever perfect. Even if a human uses a phone, like how often is that? Okay. Um, Nothing is always perfect. Even if you use our phones into searching things, and how many people are there who have never used Google or Alexa in their life? Even if we search in phone sometimes, and like you said that there will be blackmailing and all, so it can be that the owner of Amazon blackmails. There should be a person which like did inserted a chip or something in the Alexa. Like of course the owners of Amazon won't blackmail a person. So this can even happen in phones, and of course we need Google in our phones. We can't just stop using Google and everything else. So everything has drawbacks.
I think so. Amazon users are not robot; they are humans. And if there were no such devices which were used for recording, how will they blackmail us? And second of all, Google is an app, not something robotic.
No, I was saying that, of course, like Alexa. So the Alexa will not just start recording things. Of course, there will be a person who like inserted a chip or something, or like forced it to malfunction so that it records recording, because you said that the people were blackmailed. So like even if Alexa records it, so Alexa wouldn't just send it to anyone with the malfunction. If it's like if the malfunction is, if there's a chip inserted by someone intentionally, then only this can happen.
First of all, like your point, you contradicted your point. You said that they've inserted a chip. The chip can be taken out from that device. And second of all, if we don't even have these devices, the person from back will not be able to record it. So we will end the these malpractices from the source only. What's the immediate need of using these devices?
Even if we don't use these devices, we of course we use some devices in our daily life, and this is not a feature of Alexa, that malfunctioning recordings. And this is not a feature of Alexa, this is a malfunction, or it is done by intention. So it can happen to any device, it can happen to mobile phones, it can happen to tablets. It's not necessary that it's a feature of Alexa or any Google, any assistant.
Even mobiles are a part of these AI. I am using the example of Alexa, but even mobile phones are part of AI. So you are just contradicting your point that they can also be hacked. So why do we need them?
Tell me how many people here would like to throw away their phones just because they would fear of recording, which doesn't happen any often. Like, why would someone blackmail you if he doesn't have a connection with you, or if he just wants, like, and why would it only happen with devices? Even it could happen if someone, if okay, so just a second.
Yes, so Devansh and I think Agaste, Are you through with your
Yes,
questions?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, I'm through.
Lots of questions and answer. We
Yes.
have
I
listened just
welcome
now.
Shilsa here. Shilsa, very good afternoon.
I would like to invite a respected principal sir to say a few words on today's event.
Shilsa, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
I was listening to this. Sounds very interesting about robots and human beings.
So you're not audible.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, beta.
So he said, yes.
Please carry on. Good afternoon.
Aarti ma'am, I think sir's net is not that
That
proper
is not
because we
yes,
cannot hear
problem.
anything what he's speaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe sir can come up later on. Right now.
Yes.
We can just go ahead with
Astha?
Asta.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir,
Continue, beta.
I think so's network.
I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'll request our Vice Principal sir to share his thought with us.
I think sir also isn't there.
Sir is
is
not. Sir is not there, Asta. Continue, beta.
Now I request our two honorable judges to share their opinion on today's event. Ruby ma'am, please.
Okay. Thank you, Astha. Good evening to all of you. I think we started with an afternoon and now it's turned into an evening. On the whole, a good debate. Basically, for some good ideas and any innovation to happen, you need this kind of interaction, human interaction, and this kind of conflict, arguments, debate, and then we arrive at a solution. Whether we arrived at a solution or whether we solve this question of AI being superior or not, that I don't know, but definitely it was a very refreshing change for me to hear you all um, and see you all debate for your team so passionately. Uh, you spoke your minds well, you spoke your minds very openly. You debated for your team passionately, vehemently, and this is all what mattered. I mean, in this kind of situation with limitations, you all were very good because it's a different thing to be perfect with an online presentation with the network issues all around. But yes, uh, thank you. You all were very good. And we are lucky to be a part of democracy where we can all sit together and debate our differences with malice towards none. So thank you, all of you. And uh, it was a good opportunity for me to reconnect with my dear teachers and children once again. So here it's good evening again from Goa. I'm sitting right here in Goa and able to hear all of you. That's so great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, ma'am. Richa ma'am, now I would like to invite you.
First of all, I would like to thank Nipa ma'am for sending me the invite. And the moment I saw the invite, I could, I felt happy to get reconnected to my friends and to the kids also, as Ruby ma'am said. And while listening to the debate, it made me feel very happy the way you people presented your views, advocated your views, and some of the students even related this topic to COVID-19, that how AI was used to solve this problem of COVID-19, and how human beings always have an upper edge over AI. So all those ideas were flowing in, and we remained glued to our seats, listening to the students. So it was very good to be a part of this debate. And although it was a virtual debate, but it gave me the feel of being in my school. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Astha, continue.
Do you have time for my comments?
Yes, of course, sir. Of course.
Okay. No, I think I would rather I would resonate with everybody what they have said, the judges and the people who have been invited, and then welcome them. And it's a wonderful occasion to have met. I have just one strong point to make is that during this time, for whatever teachers and students have done, and this is for the students to hear, that your level of expression has gone one notch up. Okay, because I think you have been exposed to a lot of audio and video from the internet, and maybe that has helped you to become better in your expression. So I think this is something that we need to continue, and also because your exposure to the media is happening by default, because we are doing a lot of work online, maybe you're exposed to too many information, and using that information for your argument is something which is a kind of a useful step ahead. I would request all the teachers and the students to continue to do that. Your references to privacy policies, which we don't read usually, your references to what Amazon is doing or what Alexa is doing, the kind of functions that Alexa plays, I think that's something which was very refreshing to hear. Okay, so thank you very much, and carry on. I couldn't be there from the beginning because I was in another conference in the afternoon. But yeah, it's wonderful to see all of you doing it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Finally, we would like to take
We
this
also have
opportunity.
Shalini ma'am here.
No, ma'am has left. She had a.
Shalini.
Yes, Shalini ma'am has
She's
left.
there.
Shalini ma'am.
She's there.
I'm there. I'm actually waiting for the students to join the remedial class. I'm hooked on to both of the Zoom classes.
Sorry, yeah.
So one is from the phone and
Ma'am,
other one is from my laptop. Right. So I'm just about to start with my remedial classes. So I don't have much to share, but I really enjoyed the experience of being, attending this on debate online. So it was wonderful to hear students speaking so confidently and so passionately about their topic and against and to for the motion. So wonderful children, keep it up, and I would really love to have such type of more conversations coming up with you all. Chalo, thank you children, and I'm a little in hurry, and thank you teachers for inviting me over. Thank you all.
Thank
It
you,
was a
ma'am.
wonderful show.
Thank you, Shalini
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
Finally, we would like to take this opportunity to express our hearty thanks to Kalpana ma'am, Shil sir, and Puneet sir for spending time from their busy schedule to grace their occasion. We sincerely thank our two honorable judges, Ruby ma'am and Richa ma'am, for their support and guidance. With deep sense of appreciation, we recall the efforts of our loving teachers. We also extend our thanks to the participants for their wonderful performance. A huge round of applause for all.
Very good. Thank you, kids. It was wonderful. Thank you, Ruby ma'am and Richa ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ruby
Asta, read
ma'am. Thank you,
beta.
Richa ma'am.
Yes.